I think the way we talk about basketball is completely, tarnished by the media coverage it gets. When the leading speaker, the guy who talks about the NBA and garners the most traction when he says something, is Stephen A. Smith, there's a big problem because what you have is just media, and this goes for basically all sports aside from hockey because it doesn't get enough coverage. Um, when you're leading figures, you're like Stephen A. Smith and Pat McAfee, when basically all they do at this point is just, say stuff on their shows for clicks and putting clips up on TikTok, you get really messed up discourse that always revolves around people completely misunderstanding players because they don't watch them play, um, or they just, skim box scores or whatever. So I think there's a big problem with that. I think the thing with defense, um, it's so hard to. I think players are just better than what they used to be, and people are getting better at offense, faster than they are getting better at defense, and that is because when you're in practice, you're thinking more, but their offensive drills are just practiced way more often. You're going to work on being a better shot creator, or running the pick and roll way better than you are going to be defending the pick and roll, which is why you see so many people on defense, fumbling simple PNR plays on defense. Um, I think, in Adam Silver's NBA, there's been a huge spike in offense. Some stat about, you know, the 2016 Warriors being a below average offense in today's NBA is going around. There's just been a huge influx of talent come in. I think another issue with the way we discuss the NBA is, I think this is odd. This isn't obviously their fault, but Luca and Trey becoming instant superstars in their second years in the league, has really skewed how we view the development of young players, especially young guards. People are, dismissing Scoot Henderson as a bust because, in his rookie season, he's not performing up to the hype he was getting. Um, it took Stephen Curry years to become relevant. Um, I think that, you know, the way we talk about championships and team stats is really upsetting, considering a player's nothing if he doesn't have a ring. Um, which that can't be how it works. Um, I think when it comes to, championship contenders, there's really only a few currently. I see the Nuggets most likely repeating. If it's not them, it's going to be the Celtics, who are currently the people who possess the best record in the league. I think players like Anthony Edwards and Devin Booker are getting forced too much to be the next face of the league just because LeBron and Curry and KD are going to be retiring soon, and people are trying to force an American face. Once again, Stephen A. Smith is definitely at fault for that. Because it's Luca. Luca turned 77 into a number that we think is normal now. And he's also, he's averaging a 35-point triple double basically. Um, and is really entertaining. Um, and I think, NBA Twitter discourse is really ugly. Essentially, all NBA discourse on that app is just boiled down to reaction images and quotes. Um, and there's nothing original. Um, and people using aura to decide who's better, which is, to be fair, pretty funny. Um, I think there's a lot of things wrong with the NBA. Flopping is big. The chronic resting is big, especially in an era where medical technologies and recovery is better than it's ever been. We saw Kevin Durant come back from rupturing his Achilles almost without skipping a beat. His room pressure isn't what it used to be, um, among other things. But I think players like Embiid just piss me off. He just talks when he's up. He gets worse in the playoffs every year. Um, he, man, he flops all the time. He's a bitch, but whatever. Um, but while there is a bunch of things to complain about, I really do like this product of basketball and how marketable of a league it is. Because I love watching hockey, but when your best player is someone like Connor McDavid, it's really hard to, push the league out there and get people to watch it the same way they watch the soap opera that the National Basketball Association has been for the past since the bubble, really. Um, but yeah, discourse is fried, but the best players are all so entertaining, and there's just such a unique brand of basketball going on from across the league. You have your players like Luka, Jokic, Giannis, among other people who all just know how to dominate the game in different ways, which I really like. Um, and yeah, overall, Celtics are the best team in the league. Um, they'll probably win the NBA championship. Don't quote me on that. I just think like you can't really win a championship if you don't have like a top tier shot creator. Like if you don't have, man, or like not a top tier shot creator, but one of those like 1A caliber players. Because like the last few champions, what we got Jokic, we have Steph, then we had Giannis, then we had LeBron, then we had Kawhi in 2019. Before that, it was Curry, KD, then LeBron, then Curry. Um, and it's just, um, yeah, I don't think, um, you know, the one thing I am sad about is that the NBA isn't, as competitive. We may think it's really competitive. Like there's a lot of teams that are really close in the West, but it's not as competitive as you think. There's only like a select couple teams that I think have a shot at a title. But yeah, current state of the NBA. Defense isn't getting worse, but offense is just getting a lot better, a lot faster. And, you know, I don't know what I was. Oh, and discourse is fried and whatnot. Um, I like. Oh, pointed to the wrong side. I like these two guys though. Um, they're pretty cool, but not 1A championship caliber players or whatever. I forget who said it. Um, said about Jalen Brunson, but yeah, they're not. They're not crazy like that. Um, anyways, bye.